Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well today. We're going to be doing another round of card pulls and frequency keys. And with that, we're going to just set up our field here. Welcome to the space. This is not a space for urgency, for demands, or for looping questions asked out of desperation. This is a field of calm resonance, truth, and conscious choice. If you're here to truly witness yourself, to activate your own healing and walk deeper into your own path, then welcome. If you're just here to grab answers without presence, this is not the space for you. Only aligned, patient, and willing energy is permitted, and only those ready for a deeper, co-creative healing experience will be invited further. All others may move in peace. And just for everybody here, the space is clean. I broadcast from presence, not performance. Only those meant to hear me can. My field is not open for feeding, scanning, or mimicry. No desperation enters, no confusion sticks. I speak, and what needs to land does. All else slides off unreceived. So with that, we've set our clear container here. We don't allow desperate energies here. We don't allow confused energies. We don't allow looping energies. Those who are doing that, looping questions over and over again, will just be hit with my boundary, which is generally a mute, or I will just push you out of the live. So with that, all I ask is that you please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. And reach out if you're looking for your own personal reading. If something, felt a shift in your path or connection, then perhaps you might want to go ahead and book a reading. So with that, let's see who's got the first question here. Now that we've set the boundaries, the rules are, if you do get a card, like, follow, share, and subscribe. If you're already following, make sure you're sharing. And at the same time, we don't answer looping questions. You ask once and you allow for the question to be answered. Not everybody is entitled to a card. I will do free cards for everybody, but not everybody's going to get a chance to get an answer. There's just too many people for me to answer everybody. So with that, who is going to be the first person as I clear all these decks of energies? Get some fresh energies on the deck. And let's see who's going to be the first person who is going to put a question into the comment window. And I just ask that you put it in and be polite, be patient, allow the answer to come to you. Don't try to control it. The deck. Okay. The deck. And as we're clearing each deck, let's see who wants to come forward with the first question. And so with that, let's see what we have today. Yesterday we got some really nice discussions, because you don't always have to ask for a card. You can actually even just ask questions about spirituality or make a comment on something that you feel is interesting. One of the things that I am going to introduce today is I'm putting out a little t-shirt line, and I call it basically energy tech, energy wear. And the t-shirt is, I've got one t-shirt. I'm going to put an image of it up here in a second here. I'm just going to add it in. And it's going to be a two-sided t-shirt. And it's going to come encoded with a specific intention that you want. So what you would get is a QR code. It'll take you right to a link of a video. And in that video, you set the intention, you listen to some light language. And inside of that light language, what's going to actually happen is that your intention is going to be encoded on the t-shirt. It's going to be a one-of-a-kind thing. Nobody else is going to have this. And my suggested price is going to be around about $29.95 plus shipping. And I'm going to show you a picture in a second when I find it. So I'm just going to put this up on screen. So if you can see it here on screen, this is what the t-shirt is going to look like. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger if I can. I don't know if it's going to allow me to, but yeah, it's not letting me make it bigger, but you guys can get the idea. We're just going to put it up here, and then we'll get to the card reading so you can see. So these are what the t-shirts are going to look like. It's got, a front here with a foxfire, ignite your own foxfire, burn away the illusion. That is going to be on the back. I'm not going to have the flame. I took the flame out of there. It's just going to have just the main portion of that. I've ordered a few t-shirts. If anybody is interested, shoot me a DM. It's going to be about $29.95 plus shipping, and it will come with a free light language activation. This is a healing shirt. It's got glyphs everywhere here, and you can set your own intention for the healing. Nobody else is going to have this. It's energy wear. It's going to be one of a kind. So hopefully that looks interesting. We'll bring that back up in the closing as well. So with that, who else who would like a card? And let me know how you like the t-shirts. I had a lot of fun in designing it, and I wanted to design something that was healing that you could wear, that's going to have the glyphs. It's got the logo on it, and at the same time, it's going to come with some light language that's actually going to allow you to align that shirt with an energy that you want to align or heal towards. And so let's see who we have here. So I've got one person here. Will Julie and Victor work out? Mama Effie, you, ma'am, you're always asking about the same question here, and I'm always telling you the same thing. Stop worrying about whether you work out and work on yourself. Don't worry about whether you're working out because that's a choice, and that's all about your healing. And if you're not healing, if you're not working on yourself, then it's going to be doomed to the same cycle that you've always done. I'll give you a yes or no, ma'am, because you do come a lot, but you got to really just focus on self. And hello, Jeanette Williams. If you'd like a card, let me know. So the universe is saying tonight you got to start working on yourself, ma'am. It's not giving you an answer. And the reason it's not is because you got to start focusing on self. You can't start focusing on external things. And will you finally get morning shifts at work, Jeanette? Do you actually believe that you're worthy of those morning shifts? Because a lot of it's about beliefs. And Spirit's saying maybe 6 months. There's a potential for that to happen for you. So I hope that's soon enough for you. But it's in the works. You just got to keep on believing that you're worthy of having that experience within 6 months. So just work on self. That's what I always tell everybody. And so with that, please do make sure you are liking, following, and sharing and subscribing. And let's see who else we have. And then maybe a little bit later, we'll do another commercial. I'll show you the t-shirts again because that was some stuff that I've done. I'm trying to get this brand moving a little bit more and work on a lot of healing stuff, but stuff that works. So with that, let's see who else we do have here. Julie's finance. Well, so Mama, you just keep on asking over and over again the same questions, ma'am. You gotta just for you've asked a lot of questions, and I gave you the answer to one already. You can't get two. If you want something deeper, you got to do a paid reading. And asking the same questions over and over again is only going to keep you looping. You really have to start working on self. Once you work on self, then the rest of the stuff is going to come through. But you can't just wait for a card to say, yeah, it's time, because you have to choose it's time. You have to choose to heal. You have to choose to feel. And that's the hard part of healing. You can't just allow it to happen. It has to happen when you choose. And good morning, Tracy Davies. How are you doing today? You know, and I know a lot of people don't like to hear some of those answers. That means that they actually have to feel something. They actually have to face their traumas and their fears and actually start working on it. But, you know, we're a healing channel here. We are not a channel just to give you an answer to make you feel good. This is to give you an answer to help you feel better. You know, it's like, you know, and I hate to quote the Bible, but, you know, you teach a fisherman to fish, they're eating for a lifetime, right? And for you, and for everybody here who just wants a card, you really have to look at the card and say what it's doing, and then react on it and actually do something, not just wait for the next card and not want to do the healing. So with that, Tracy, did you want a card? Let's see what comes up for you. Is there a specific question or what's going on? And so, and good evening, Bethy 1954. Good to see you again. And how does it work, Jenna Star? You ask a question, you ask it once, and if I am called to it, I will answer the question. But if you ask more than once, then what I do is just mute you for the day, because we're you know, and I'll say this again, right? This space is clean. I broadcast from presence, not performance. Only those meant to hear me can. My field is not open for feeding, scanning, mimicry, no desperation, no confusion, and no looping questions. So if you follow within that, all I ask is that you like, follow, share, and subscribe if you do get a question. So Tracy, let's get you a card. And how you doing, Janet? And for you, Tracy, it's about balance. You need to start, you're juggling too many things at once. Spirit's saying it's time to find balance with that. And it looks like we're getting, yeah, you're stuck because you've got too many things going on. That card just told you that, Tracy. And so for you, you need to just kind of slow down a little bit and let some of the things that you don't really need to work on, work on. And while everybody's joining, I'm just going to do one more commercial before I get back to the cards. And I just announced this earlier as people were coming on. I am coming up with a t-shirt line here. I'm just going to put it up here in big. So this t-shirt is coming out. It's going to be about $29.95. But what's special about this, outside of the picture, the only difference is the back, which you're seeing with the flame on it, with the words, that's not going to have a flame anymore. It's just going to be regular. But that shirt is going to be energetic. It's what I call energy wear, energy tech. And what you do is you're going to get a little QR code to go to a video where you set an intention. There's going to be light language that's going to encode that intention onto the shirt. So as you're wearing it, you'll be healing at the same time. And what's nice is it's kind of generic, so it kind of looks nice, but without people having to know that you're spiritual. It's just but you get to wear that spirituality out there without triggering a lot of people. And so with that, I'll go back to the readings. If anybody is interested, just shoot me a DM or shoot me an email at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com because I am going to be doing. I just got my first round ordered. Hopefully they'll be out in the next week or two. It'll be $29.95 plus shipping. And so with that, yeah, Tracy, what it said is that you needed to be balanced, and so you have to pay attention. This is a space where if you want a card, you really have to pay attention. So just make sure you're paying attention next time. And Janet, neck pain. All right, let's see if we can do something for you, Janet. Let me see what else is going on here. So Janet, you hang on for a little while. When I'm ready to do a light language, we'll do something for the neck pain if you're open for it. And I'm glad you've been taking the advice, Susie. And how are you doing? Just me. And so Jenna Starr is asking for a general card. Let's see what we have for you. And then just bear with me, people, as we go through. So for you, Jenna Starr, it's about decluttering. You've got a lot of stuck energy. And when we have a lot of stuck energy, what happens is there's a lot of items that you're just keeping and cluttering around your house. And Spirit's saying, let go of stuff that you no longer need. Go do a cleaning, clean house, donate whatever it is, that stuff that you've been hanging around for months, years, and allow for some space for you to get some abundance, because right now there's a lot of dense energy both inside yourself and in your space, and make sure that you're cleaning that up. I hope that helps you, Jenna's story. It probably makes sense. And Phil, let's see what we have here. And so Janet, let's see where we're at here. Did you want a card or did you want an activation? You get one or the two. I can try to see if I can do something about neck pain, Janet, but you only get one of the two. Otherwise, it's paid. So Phil, let's see what we have here. Phil, for you, it's time to be open to receive. You see the bow around here. This bow is basically around a box, and the box is probably around a wrapped gift inside. And so you've got a lot of walls and barriers to receiving. You need to start pulling those open. And how do you do that? By feeling that you're worthy enough to receive. And so what you want to do is go to my YouTube channel, Silver Fox Spiritual, and do some on receiving some of the healings there. And yeah, D-Destiny, just send me an email. I'm getting the first round in hopefully in a couple days. I'm waiting to see how the printer does it. And once we get them printed, I'm going to have it out there. But they will be available for pre-order. If anybody really wants to, just let me know what your size is, and I'll figure out shipping and everything. So just starting that business. My company for the business is going to be called Silver-Wear. Yeah, had some fun with that name, and it's going to be all about energy wear. It's going to be energy. It's going to be stuff that heals you with your own intentions, not just some canned intention that somebody put out. This is going to really be cool, and it's going to be tied with light language codes. So Janet, which one did you want? You want the neck pain? Okay, so we'll just hang on for a little bit, Janet, probably about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna go work on you with the neck pain. So Jersey Susie, good to see you. And yes, you may have a general card, Susie. And let's see what we have for you. For you, Susie, it's time for you to recharge, time for you to get some sleep and rest. Do it without feeling guilty about it. You need to recharge. You're over your batteries. You're running low on fuel. Lynn, Gen X. Let's see what we have for you today. And hello, Sarah Dollison. Yeah, my work went well. I've been very busy like a beaver, as you guys can see, not only just in my own personal healing, but in getting my brand together. It's starting to come together really quickly. And so for you, uh, this is, and this is for Lynn Gen X. For you, Spirit's saying you've got so many doubts. You're like a doubting Thomas, and for you, you're also being recommended to get a reading because whatever it is that's in your field that's creating all these doubts, you need some guidance for. You can either reach out to me for a paid reading, Silver Fox Spiritual, or go to any reader that you trust. It's just from Spirit, not from me. If it is something that you want to do reach out and I'll give you the price list. My price list and services are listed in my pinned comments. And so hopefully that helps you. So with that, let's see who else we have. Sweet Tea would like a general card. And for those of you who are joining, the one thing I do ask is that you only ask your question once. It looks like $5 is going to get a mute because he doesn't follow the guidance here, which is we don't allow urgent energy in here. You have to be in that space where you're only asking your question once. Urgency, desperation, forcefulness does not work in this space. You're free to come back when you learn how to behave properly and not be in desperate energy, but we don't accept that in this container. So patience is a virtue. You obviously haven't learned it, which is why you're having problems with your woman. Uh, that's no, you can tell it in the energy. With that, and looks like we have our Mystic Tara. I hope $5 does message her. Why? Because Mystic Tara is a scammer, as we all know. It looks like we're getting some scamming energy in here as well, and we don't allow that. We just block it because anybody who would click on that, you're in the wrong energy as well. This is an area of truth and alignment, and only willing energy is allowed here. So, Debbie, you would like a card? Yes, you may. And so here we go. And usually what happens is you see these, they come in pairs. The one person with the desperate energy is up there throwing stuff out there to disarm somebody so that they don't see what's actually going on, and the other person trying to match and try to get people to inbox them. And so where were we here? I believe it was Sweet Tea here. This is what happens when too much in here. I don't get a chance to really look at it. So let's see what we have for you, Sweet Tea. Clear the deck. Just make sure we clear that bad energy. Spirit's giving you a lot of cards here, and it seems like this is a collective. For you, Sweet Tea, Spirit's saying it's time for you to have some motion here, meaning change something. That's what exercise means. Start moving some muscles you haven't, which is get rid of all that stuck energy. You're stuck in expectations that turn into disappointments. And why are you in that space? Because you haven't done your shadow work. And Spirit's saying it's time for you to do shadow work. And beauty, just ask your question once. There's a rule here. The more you can say hi, but then you only ask your question once. If I see you spouting the same thing over and over again, you will get muted. There are firm boundaries in this space. And so hopefully, Sweet Tea, for you, it's time for you to go in and face yourself. Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube is where I have my healing work. I would start with, for shadow work, if you haven't done some before, inner child is where we always start with. And so with that, we're just going to repeat our container again, because it seems like we're getting some urgent and desperate energy that is trying to test the boundaries here. And so, from a perspective of boundaries, right? Welcome to space. It's not a space for urgency, for demands, or looping questions asked out of desperation. It's a field of calm resonance, truth, and conscious choice. And so if you're aligned, you're patient, and you're willing, then you'll get a card. But if you're impatient, you ask the same thing over and over again, you won't get a card, and you will kind of just be bounced out of here. And so AA, I don't even know how to pronounce that, but you know who you are with the little heart. I'll get you a card here. And thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. And thank you for following the rules. Well, as another person that needs a reading. So AA, Sia, Spirit is saying for you, you need to get a reading for something that you need some guidance on. And like I said to the other person, if you are looking for a personal reading, I do them. They range from $10 to $60. The $60 one is done through Zoom. I generally do them on Thursdays and Sundays, but I can make arrangements at other evenings later in the evening. They are recorded, and they do come with a light language healing. So if it's something you're interested in, please reach out at silverfoxspiritual at Gmail. If I'm not your reader, find another reader. Spirit is saying that you need some guidance on something. And so let's see who else we have. We have Sandy L here. And so Sandy, you would like a card? Yes. Let's see what we have for you. Spirit threw out 3 cards. And actually 4, because I was about to put a card down, the Spirit just tossed it out of my hand. And so when we see all 4 of these together, right, and we got to look at what that is. And so what Spirit's saying to you is that right now you're refusing to feel what you feel. And why is that? Because you're pushing it down. And as you push that down, because it's painful, Spirit's saying it's time for you to see the beauty, even though you're in pain. And it's time for you to kind of read up on something that you're interested in, something that ignites your passion, that's going to help you feel what you want to feel. You were never meant to be normal, but you've got to start being who you are, not who you feel everybody thinks you should be, right? Stop being a poser. Stop being that person who everybody tells you what to do and how to do it and how to dress and how to act. Be who you really want to be. Start standing out on your own. I hope that helps you. And DBR 388, you know what? I didn't call your name, so that you must be hearing something. I did not call your name, but that happens sometimes, and sometimes that's your own self blocking you because you're not you're not in a space. And when that happens, it happens, and you have to just accept where they are. But asking over and over again is just it's not gonna help you. I don't go in any order, and not everybody's going to get a card. Uh, so just pay attention next time. I'm not going to penalize you, but these are the rules, and that's okay. Like I said, I can tell the difference in energies. I'm just giving you a reminder that we only just ask once, and if it gets to you, it gets to you. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. You'll be there. I come on an awful lot. Everybody wants a card, and they all want it for free. So I give because I choose, not because I have to, and I ask the same for everybody else. We don't have entanglements here, and we don't have, it's not a place where well, I gave you this, you give me that. No, that's not how it works here. It's everything is given freely without any entanglements, including my cards. So with that, let's see what we have here. And you know what? I will give you a card, Debbie, because I do think you do need one. And so let's see where we are. And it's okay, Debbie. Like I say, I'm just putting out the rules here so everybody understands the boundaries. There's been a few people that are impressed. That's the 3rd person in a row that's said getting reading. So everybody here, whoever's here, this is a collective. I've never had it come up 3 times. Usually maybe once, maybe twice, and that's with 1,000 people. But when I only have like about 300 people that have popped in and popped out, That's just it's beyond what it's meant to be. But you do need a reading, whether it's from me or from somebody else. Make sure you get one because some energies that you need to understand, and it just seems like Spirit is really pushing that at this point. Um, so, like I said to the other person, if you're interested, reach out silverfoxspiritual at Gmail. I have readings from $10 to 60 for all budgets. But usually when they ask for a reading, it's usually a full reading because there's something really deep that you need to work on, and at the same time you need some healing, and that's what my fulls, both of my fulls, my light language and my full readings all come with the opposite. So if you're doing a full light language healing, you get some cards of guidance. And if you are doing a full reading, you actually get a healing as well. So, we try to make sure everything is a healing perspective here. So with that, let's see who we have. Good gal, is Nicholas really serious about you? Well, if he was, you should know, right? And so why are you in fear of Nicholas being serious? And so I'm going to pull a card and we're just going to see what Spirit says. It's going to give you a yes or no. But you just got to get out of that fear energy, because that fear energy is what's going to ruin the relationship. And Spirit's saying most likely this person is. So now you have to ask yourself, why am I fearing of that connection? Why am I afraid it's not the right person for you? And then you got to start working on healing that, because that's what's going to ruin your relationship. It's not going to be him. It's going to be you, and it's going to be your fears. And it's now time to start healing it. And that's what Spirit's telling me at this now moment. So hopefully you go to my Silver Fox, start looking at some of the heart healings, some of the abandonment, rejection healings, because you're going to need it, because you got to get out of that fear energy. I hope that helps you. And so, is Kathy in a good marriage with Gregory? Well, that's not for me to answer, Jiran. It's not your marriage, I won't answer on anybody else's marriage. They're going to have to ask themselves. So that's not a question I'll answer. It's not good energy to poke and peek at somebody else. So Katie, good evening. And Susan Barnes, marriage soon. Well, let's take a look at what's going on with your energies, because you know what happens if you've been here before. Whenever anybody asks me about relationships or marriage, the first thing I do is I look at what are they doing to block it. So let's see what's going on in your relationship. Because why do I do that and not just give you a card of love? It's because we're a healing channel, and healing is something that is only you can choose to do it. You can't make anybody else do it. So the idea is that you work on self and don't worry about anybody else, because they're irrelevant in the scheme of things. Because as you work on self, the things that you want to manifest in life will come to fruition, and you won't be manifesting out of lack. And that's what generally happens in fear. So for you, relationships, marriage, it's too much work. And why is it too much work for you? Because you're afraid of commitment, you're afraid of opening your heart, you're afraid of being vulnerable, you're afraid of being hurt. And so for you, you come up with a story, it's too much work, and that's why you push it away all the time. For you, you need to go in and heal why it is that you feel that you can't open your heart, that you're not ready for a heavy commitment. You may say it consciously, but subconsciously, you are moving around in circles. We call that the hamster wheel of karma. And so for you, I would start looking at yourself, look at your patterns, and understand why is it that you're truly afraid to heal, afraid to feel. So I hope that makes sense to you. It's not what you wanted to hear, but it's what you needed to hear. And so that's for you, Susan Barnes. And Christine, yes, you can have a card. Let me just feel into which ones are coming in for you. And so I think this set of cards is coming in. And Katie, what was your question? I think I missed it. I saw you say hello. And you're welcome, Susan. Choose to heal, choose to feel, choose to get off that hamster wheel. Healing is always a choice. You can take the choice or not, but I have a lot of free stuff on my YouTube channel to help you get into that space. And so see what we have for you, Christina. And just make sure you guys are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing if you are getting a card. And just remember, just answer your question once. And so for you, Christina, it seems like you've got a blocked heart. Look at this. I'm going to pull this card up. You see that? And you see the little demon or devil, whatever is there coming through the portal. And it's yanking on your heart, yanking really bad. And you don't feel safe. And why don't you feel safe? Because this is all about the root chakra here, red. See all the red everywhere? And so for you, you've got to figure out why you don't feel safe opening up your heart, and then you've got to start healing that. I hope that makes sense to you. For you, Christina, also, this is at my Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube. I have tons of healings. Start with some heart healings, start with some love frequencies. They're going to help you a lot. And hello, happy Monday for Fashion Blogger. What kind of fashion do you blog? You know, I'm a t-shirt designer, fashion blogger. You want to see my t-shirt design? We're going to be starting something called energy wear. Nobody else is going to have it. It's a technology that you can wear for whatever healing that you want to do. And we're just going to put a little image up on the screen here for everybody. These t-shirts are coming in, and these are going to be tied to a programmable light code that you will get a QR code to. It'll take you to a video. You set your intention. You listen to the light language, and the light language is going to bond with all the glyphs that are on this shirt. Nobody needs to know you're spiritual, but at the same time, you can wear a kind of cool shirt, and it's going to energetically help you move through your day with whatever intentions that you want. So if anybody is interested, it's going to be around $29.95 plus shipping. So I'm kind of proud that we're branching into some fashion, and at the same time, this functional fashion that's going to help you on your healing journey, because this is real codes. This is not fluff. This is not somebody who manufactures codes just for the sake of it. It's just like you see with my logo. This is all built on intention, and the intention that's built on those shirts and the logo has light codes embedded in the shirt that will react with the light codes that I speak, that will help you. And so with that, let's see what else we got. So who have we have here? Now, Katie, did I give you a card? I forget if I gave you a card. So just let me know. If not, I was too busy talking about my shirt. The company's name is going to be Silver Dash Wear. Thought you'd get a good kick out of that. I got a kick out of it. So with that, let's see who we have. Katie, I don't remember if I gave you a card or not, so I'm just going to give you a card, another card anyway, just because I got distracted, and that's okay. And for you, Katie, Spirit saying you're in denial about something that you're not really ready to face yet, but it's time for you to face it. Yeah, it may look a little bit challenging for you, but Spirit's saying love your journey. Be open to the idea of loving yourself. And as you face what you're not ready to face, it's time to start healing and loving yourself again. Okay, then take a rain check, Janet. It's gonna, yeah, I was gonna do it in about another 5 or 10 minutes. If you can wait more 5 minutes, great. If you can't, I understand. We'll get it another time. So, sweetie petite, let's see if we have a card for you. And you're welcome, Katie. Sweetie petite, Spirit's saying a few things for you, and it's like a full reading in a box. But the basics of it is that you've got a past life connection that you're not willing to let go of. You're holding on to it for dear life. Spirit's saying it's time for you to open up your heart, release that obsession, and just be yourself. Best I could say it in 5 seconds or less. So let me know if that resonates for you. It's healing time. It's time for you to start facing what you've been afraid to face for a while, and you know what it is. So with that, let's see who else we have. Bethy, 1954. Let's see what we have for you. I'm not sure which card is calling me yet. Give me a second. I think you're going to get a love card. I don't know why. It just might just be a message in this card for you, Bethy, 1954. Spirit saying that divine soul counterparts attraction transcends superficiality. So you're attracting something. Something's coming into your field. I'm not sure what it is. Could be love, but Spirit is saying that there is an energy of attraction within your space. I hope that makes sense for you. And Katie, the t-shirts will probably be available within the next week or two. As soon as I get my first shipment, I ordered a few, a couple of each size. And then I got to print some QR codes and stuff But the first round's coming in. I'm just going to make sure the quality is what I expect. If it's not, I got to find another manufacturer. But there'll be I'll post it. I'll post it here, and I'm going to post it on my YouTube channel. But they're going to be there's nobody else going to have anything like this on the market. And I've got a bunch of custom glyph designs I'm going to be doing as well for specific healings with the same thing. But we start small. We see how things go, and then we go from there, right? But I appreciate you asking, and just send me a note. Just like I say, silverfoxspiritual at YouTube, and I'll let you gmail.com, and I'll let you know when they're available. And so Asha would like to know, she'd like a card, and I think Anita would like a card. So Anita, I think you've asked first. Let's get you a card, and then what I'm going to do is, because I've been ranting and raving for a few minutes here, I'm going to let anybody who didn't get a card put it in a second time. I'm just going to allow it because I said I would allow it, not because I'll allow that kind of energy otherwise. And so for you, Anita, Spirit is saying, nutrition. So be careful what you're feeding yourself. And that doesn't always mean food. It many times means, watching the Kardashians too many times, doom scrolling through social media, or just watching like surface spirituality that says love and light and unicorns. Spirit saying, go a little deeper, allow yourself nutritional things that are going to make your mind grow, your spirit grow, not just sugary stuff that looks kind of fun and kind of like reality TV. I hope that makes sense to you. And thank you, Susie. I appreciate you. And so let's see if anybody else I missed. Please just put in your comment on the bottom here. I will allow it this time. Okay, so yeah, sometimes that happens, Stacy, and then I get discombobulated, and that's why I usually just mute them because I can't keep track of it while I'm channeling, and so it's just easier to set a firm boundary. And when people want to behave, they can come back, but otherwise not. So, Stacy, let's see what we have for you. I've already picked a card. Clear the deck. Well, you got a lot going on here. They spirit throughout this, and for you, it seems like there's somebody who's kind of broke ass, bankrupt, and it's a love triangle, and you're trying to ignore it. But Spirit's saying get rid of it. Get rid of it completely. I hope that makes sense to you. These are very specific cards, and when we get a double confirmation here, this is not something that just got thrown out for without a reason. So be careful of this energy. And so with that, let's see who else we have here. And so we have the Simone. Yeah, sometimes the love triangle doesn't mean love triangle, just means a bunch of people that are kind of drama mamas that are drawing into it. So the Simone, it's telling Spirit saying to me, you're a divination abuser. Have you been asking too many people about cards and stuff like that? Spirit saying it's time to just take a break and just be. Don't keep asking the cards the same thing over and over again. I haven't seen you, I don't think, in this live, but maybe at some other lives. And so let's see what else we have here. So Asha, I got you a card. Let's see who else we have here. And so Asha, if you missed the card, then you weren't paying attention, but I did give you it. You'll have to watch the replay. And Jane, let's see what we have for you. Yeah, it's not about giving a second chance. It's just sometimes I get derailed, and I know it. So what I do is I'll let people circle back, ones that I know have been behaving. If I see a repeat offender, I just let them have it. And Evan, I just gave you a card too. So I don't know what happened there. You weren't paying attention. I think was that you, Evan? Could have sworn I hit you with a card already, Evan. You weren't paying attention. I can't help that. So, Jane, for you, boss daddy, there's somebody in your space that's like a big, rich business owner, CEO, big D energy. I'll let you read it right there. So Spirit's saying, just be careful with this one because this one might try to run right over you. And let's see who else we have. And let's for those people who are joining, please just follow the rules. I only have a couple rules. Number one is that if you do come and get a card, that you do like, follow, share, and subscribe. If you're already following, then you share. And at the same point, we ask our question only once and then we're patient and we allow the question to come in. I don't respond to urgency. I don't respond to desperation. I don't respond to pushy people. The only response I have is a boundary, and that's muting or being bounced. So with that, let's rock and roll, and let's see who else has a question here. So let's see who's next online here. And bear with me here. All right, so can I explain the card that I gave you? Well, if you can remind me of the card, Susie, I'll try to explain it, but I have very little memory past the card because I'm usually channeling, so it comes through and it just comes through and then it goes on to the next one. So sometimes I'll remember it, sometimes I won't. But if you can tell me what the card was, I could probably explain it to you a little bit more. Susie, self-care is exactly what it's stating. It means that you have to start worrying about yourself. You have to start working on yourself. It means you have to start treating yourself more kindly. It means you have to start finding that love within yourself. It's as simple as that. It's just like going out to the hairdresser and getting a nice haircut, right? That's part of self-care, but also part of self-care is facing what you don't want to face and finding the love within yourself and releasing the trauma, and that's healing. And that healing takes a choice, and that healing takes time. It's not something that you can just go to the hairdresser in an hour, come out pretty. It's something where you got to go through some of the stuff that you feel is ugly about yourself, which is really not. It's just trauma, and then you need to release it and heal it. That's self-care starts with that. Um, and Brian Allen, let's get you a card. And so let's see. Yeah, everybody needs to heal, even myself. I spend more hours than you can imagine in a week doing my own healing, and that's why sometimes you'll see me put more videos out or not, or go more live, because I take the time to do it too. Everybody needs to do it, and that's it. But it's a choice, and you can choose to, or you can. The way I look at it, right, and I have another T-shirt that'll come out at one point. It's going to basically say, you've got to choose to heal. You've got to choose to feel. You've got to choose to exit yourself off that karmic hamster wheel. And that's what's happening is most people are looping. And that's why I don't know if you could see it in here. There's tons and tons of loops. And I call this the karmic loop, the hamster wheel of karma. And people loop forever and ever, lifetime after lifetime, doing the same thing over and over again. Why? Because they didn't choose to heal. And that's a choice. And so, Brian, for you, Spirit is saying you have special gifts, never surrender to the normal. Right. And again, it's start to choose yourself. Stop trying to be what everybody else tells you to be. Be yourself. Start your healing. Start finding that love in self. Linda Roselli wants to know about Linda and Cosimo. Well, Linda, it seems like you're Linda. Why don't you know what's going on with you and Cosimo? What's your heart telling you? Because your heart knows everything. Cards aren't going to tell you what you know. They will, but you probably don't want to hear it. But let's see what the cards say. But I want to see if you can put in the comment, what is your heart? Ask your heart, what is going on with you and Cosimo, right? Can you put that in while I pull you a card? Because I want to see if the card and your heart agree. So, Spirit, what's going on with Linda and Cosimo? Give me the energies. Just make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. And thank you, Stacy. Sometimes I rant and rave, and I appreciate for you for like it. So the cards are telling me there's real feelings between the two of you. And if you're not feeling it, if you're questioning it, what you got to do is work on why is it that you're questioning something that has the energy of real feelings. And this is where I speak out of resonance. I don't speak out of, what you want to hear. But we have to explore, why do you feel that, why do you need to ask a card reader, what's going on with with your relationship when you're in that relationship and you should be knowing. And so if you're not, and there are the potential of real feelings there, then why are you in fear of those real feelings, and why do you feel that they're not? And that's where you need to start with the healing. And this is what happens with everybody. We allow, we get a chance. A soulmate comes in, somebody with a potential that could be a commitment. And then what we do is we start speaking in trauma and acting in trauma and finding fears. This person's going to leave me. I mean, sometimes they show you who they are, but you have to be, you have to realize who that person is through their actions and words. Do they align? And if they do, okay, then they're good. So, if they're not aligning and then you're chasing after them, oh my God, he's leaving me or whatever. Why? So why are you chasing somebody that doesn't align? And so these are the things that we try to work on, because as you start loving yourself more, as you find that love for yourself, you're not going to allow somebody to come in with that breadcrumb. You're not going to allow somebody to come in not in their authenticity. And that's what you want, because that person in their authenticity will come to you. You don't need to chase. And when you're chasing, and there's the difference between chasing and attracting. When it's hard and you're chasing and this person's avoiding and they're breadcrumbing you, well, then this is not something you want. And but if a lot of people are so used to the adrenaline rush of the anxiety, because they're used to TV saying, hey, love is all about butterflies in the stomach. No, it's not. Butterflies in the stomach's anxiety. That's an adrenaline rush. You're addicted to the adrenaline of the up and the down and the roller coaster. You're not really in love. You just like that that rush. Might as well go to the dispensary and go get yourself something to smoke or drink, because that's effectively what you're doing. It's just an addiction. So I hope that makes sense. But please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. And let's see who else has a question, because otherwise I'm just going to rant and rave about things for a little bit, and uh, we all know that that does. And so if I don't get a question soon, I'm gonna put up my T-shirts again and show everybody my new energetic T-shirt wear, which is, so I'll put them back on here. First, I'm going to put it up on the mobile, and I'll put it over here. These are new T-shirt designs that I came up with. It's a single T-shirt, front and back. The only difference is in the finished product, it's not going to be a flame in the back. It's just going to be this. This is going to be energy wear. This is energetically encoded on the picture itself, as well as it's going to be married to a light language activation where you'll get a QR code. You'll go to that video, and that video is going to you're going to set an intention, and that intention is going to be encoded onto the shirt. And as it's encoded onto the shirt, you can wear that everywhere. Nobody needs to know that you're spiritual. You just get a kind of cool design, if I do say so myself. And you'll walk around with whatever that intention is, that healing, that energy that you want to carry with you at any good time. And the energy must be a positive. It will not allow any negative energies. With that, I hope you guys like that. It will be around $29.95 plus shipping. Should be available within the next couple weeks. And so, Stacy, yeah, I can explain the love triangle. Love triangle is exactly what it says. It's a triangle where you like somebody, somebody else likes somebody else, and so on and so on. So there's a third party, another person involved inside of a relationship, or a split relationship where, say, you were dating somebody and or married, and all of a sudden there's a third party. And third party doesn't always mean a person. It means a job. It means family. There's a lot of different third party energies. You just have to feel into it what it is. But that triangle is just a distraction from those energies, and you have to decide, is that something that you want, or is that something not? And you have to feel into that, because that won't come out in a single card reading. You need a full reading to really dig into what's the actual situation. I won't do that for free. I do paid readings, and they run 10 to 60. Virginia lady, will you get a job soon? Let's take a look at timing. So the thing I always tell people, and it's tough because you want a better job, you want a better thing, And you know what? Sometimes you have to realize, why is yourself, because you're creating your own reality, why is yourself not allowing you to have a job that aligns with what you truly want? And that's because you need to heal something, or you have something else running in um, the background. Well, don't take the itch. The itch is telling you to do it. I do Thursdays and Sundays, and my Thursdays are already starting to book up. So let me know if you are interested. Just send me an email at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. And so, Virginia lady, let's see where we are here with this. For you, the timing looks about 6 months from now. But during that 6 months, you've got to work on yourself. You got to work on your self love, and you got to work on why you're allowing yourself to be in a place where either you don't have a job or you're needing a job that is not, the job that you have is not in alignment with you. And as you start to heal, there's a potential around 6 months that the timelines might align, but it all depends on you. You have to choose. You have to choose to heal. And Munsami, so that's a really bad question. I won't even answer that because that's an energy of low vibration. Will your girlfriend cheat on you? Well, that's something that you should be knowing. You should know it from her own energy. You shouldn't be in that space of fear. And what you should be doing is you should either say, why am I feeling this way? What is it in myself that needs to be healed? And I'm going to pull you a card, but not for that. I'm going to pull you a card of what's going on within you that you need to work on for self, for a relationship. So what blocks you is what causes you, and for you, it's about a fear of loneliness. You stayed in bad relationships because you're lonely. Be okay with being with yourself. And the problem is you don't love yourself, Mansami. You need to find why it is that you find this fear, because what you're doing right now is a trauma-based reaction. Well, she's cheating on me, so I've got to leave, right? Or maybe you picked somebody who's a serial cheater and you already knew this, but you picked her. Why? Because you were afraid to be alone, but you also picked her because you were afraid to have any commitment because you're scared. And so for you, you need to go in and heal and figure out which of these two it is. Did you pick somebody you already knew was going to be in that cheater mode because you're like, well, that way I can tell myself the story that I'm not lovable. And it's what it seems like to me. So if I were you, I would think into that and then start working on healing self, trying to understand why you feel that you need to be abandoned and rejected, and work on yourself so you do get into that relationship that you really want. And yeah, it's going to take time, Lansami. You're not going to know it in the first step, but asking the question and then let yourself answer it, or just look at your patterns of your relationships. And once you look at those patterns, then you're going to find out. So I hope that helps you. Like I said, we're a healing channel here. We're not about shaming. Everybody does this. We all have a lot of problems with relationships because we all had a lot of trauma. I mean, let's face it. And so what we do is we repeat the trauma over time. But once you get in the mindset that you're ready to heal, it's going to take a little while. It's not going to happen instantaneously, but you can find that love that's truly in alignment with you, and that's what you really want, isn't it? You want to have that love that matches you, but the only way you're going to get that is for you to match it, which means that you have to heal those things that create these kind of fears inside of you. So, and that's all about healing, Mansami. So now that you're aware, what are you going to do about it? You can choose to heal. I have a lot of free healings on my Silver Fox Spiritual. I do personal healings for people who are really truly ready to face themselves and to start working on themselves to release these things that can create an issue with a relationship. And when you're in fear, it's the first thing it does. It pushes the other person away because they read your energy. So go to Silver Fox Spiritual. It's on YouTube. Take a look at some of the ones around fear, around relationships. It will help you if you allow. And so for Jane Lewis, I'm going to see what's the energy between you and your mom. But what Spirit's kind of telling me is that you have to feel into why is it that you guys stopped speaking? What was going on? And so let's see what we have here. Spirit, I'm not taking that many cards. So was it because of some sort of a legal issue or money? Um, was somebody kind of a little bit, more predatory on that? Because this is what the cards are telling me. Now, if that's true or not, I don't know. But these are what the cards are saying, that, somebody kind of wasn't who they pretended or portrayed themselves to be. and it was around money and legal issues. And if that's the case, then what you have to do is you have to understand what's going on within that space and really listen this time and change your perspective. Your daughter might have to change their perspective. So, that's it. Um, As best I can tell you, if you want to speak to her, then you have to change your perspective. You have to listen to her a little bit more. Don't judge. And if you can change your perspective, then there's a potential. So what happened? You've got to, yeah, exactly. It was money. See, and so what you got to do is you gotta fess up. Whatever happened, explain it to her. One of you has to change the perspective somewhere because you can't keep with the buffalo stance, and maybe you need to find a better way to articulate that with her. I can't tell you how that's going to end, but the best way, it starts with truth, and in the truth and the resonance of truth, things usually come out. Try a different way as best I can give you. Sorry, I can't give you much more than that because that's a choice. That's not something that the cards are ever going to tell you because that's free will. So with that, we're at 55 minutes, and you're welcome, Jane. Please do make sure you are liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. I'm going to do my few commercials here. Like I was announcing to everybody here, we're coming up with some new t-shirts. We call this energy wear. And this is all going to be aligned t-shirts with energy that's going to be aligned with your intention. You're going to get an activation that comes with it. So it merges the light codes with the light codes that are receptive on the t-shirt. You wear a cool looking t-shirt that nobody is going to know you're spiritual, but it really has a spiritual message, right? Burn away that illusion, stand in your authentic self. And that's what we say here. It's all about being your authentic self because that authentic self is who you truly are and who you're truly meant to be and what allows things to manifest. So if you're interested, send me uh, a email, silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. I've got a few shirts just coming in the next week or so. And once they do, it's going to be about $29.95. And it, like I said, comes with that bonus light language activation that's going to energetically embody that shirt to everybody, to what your intentions are. And so if you're interested, reach out. If you're looking for your own personal reading or personal healing, reach out at Silver Fox Spiritual. If you're looking to just, start your healing process, you're healing curious, you're ready to embark on that, go to my Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube. There's a lot of free stuff out there. The collective codes aren't going to be as strong or as concentrated because the stuff I do on the personal ones are specifically for you, and you're not. Those codes aren't that are out there are only are for the entire collective, so they're not as focused on what you need in that now moment, but they still can help you a lot. And just make sure you are following, liking, sharing, and subscribing, and make sure you follow me on YouTube and Facebook. And if you follow me on my Facebook page, not group, the group one, if anybody's there, I'm going to put a note on it. Move over to the page. When I get to 100 followers, I will be raffling off a free healing and or a free reading. So for anybody who wants to, find my Facebook. It's in a lot of my videos, the link, and then go from there. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I'd like to thank everybody who has participated. I appreciate all the little gifts. They're not necessary, but I do appreciate it. And like I say, with all these readings and everything within the space, there are no entanglements. We have no contracts. We have nothing but a shared resonance. And so with that, have a great day, and we'll see you at the next live. Cheers.